Star Wars Theory. He's like biggest Star Wars YouTuber. Him and the Den of Nerds, who are like my two favorite YouTubers, like they're back together doing their podcast again. Like, and it just feels like the fandom is kind of coming back a bit. And Theory himself is like making all these, like, again, his channel has over 3 million subscribers, and he got big by doing all these like lore videos and fan fictions and theory videos and stuff like that, and what ifs and all that sort of shit. And he made one which I actually wouldn't mind playing now. It's only like a 8-minute video or something, but basically his fan base have been asking him for years to like rewrite the sequel trilogy and like, do it proper. Like, how would you do it? So he's like kind of said recently, like, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rewrite the sequels. And he put up a video which I'm gonna play now, and I'd love to hear what you think about it, because it's like kind of his retelling of what he would do for after episode 6, and like how he would like fix the sequel trilogy basically. It's a short video, but yeah, I'm gonna play this and then we can break for the week.
Okay.
So let's see. Boom.
We're giving away one free saber with every single saber purchase right now at theorysabers.com.
Your Snoke theory sucks.
Hashtag.
You guys remember when they were passing that little memo? It turns out that the fan theories of Star Wars YouTubers ended up being 100 times better than what we actually got in the disjointed sequel trilogy.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Still, there's a ton of holes and, well, disjointedness that to this day has never really been filled. Now, I've been asked to rewrite the sequel trilogy a million times, and while I'm humbled, I have to say I'm no Hollywood writer. But maybe that's what makes me partially qualified. After all, I did start the channel on fan fictions, and that's what I'm known best for. So let's take it back all these years to the heart of the channel, and quite possibly one of the most important fan fictions that I'll ever write, or rather, tell. The backstory of Snoke and how I'm going to fix The Last Jedi after what JJ gave us with 7, locking us in. Why did Luke run away? Why did he hide on some planet? Who was Snoke? And no, Palpatine doesn't end up coming back. So sit back, relax, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. There's about 4,000 videos here on the channel with over 1.2 billion views for you to enjoy for free. Not to mention the Vader fan film episode 2 coming out very soon. And for all your saber needs, make sure you go to theorysabers.com. We're having a big sale right now, and every saber purchase will get you one more free. Without further ado, let's begin. Long before Bane forged the rule of 2, before Revan's war between light and shadow, before the Jedi and the Sith even learned to name the Force, there was a creature born from its raw imbalance. It was not Sith. It was not Jedi. It was not even alive in the way mortals understand life. It was a wound given thought, a consciousness formed from every whisper of greed, hatred, and fear that had ever bled into the Force. Its name had been lost to history. The Jedi called it a shadow that devoured souls. The Sith called it a god that devoured power. And others, well, they just called it a Force vampire. Now, it called itself nothing, because hunger has no name. Where it walked, the Force withered. Where it fed, the living became hollow. Entire worlds fell silent beneath its presence, and their people left alive but empty, shells that once contained the light of life itself. It fed on both sides of the Force without distinction. Jedi, Sith, it mattered not. The creature's thirst was older than their orders, older than their codes. In time, its appetite threatened to consume the galaxy itself, and so, in a rare moment of unity, the light and dark joined as one. Jedi and Sith, ancient enemies, fought side by side for the first time and only time. The battle raged for days and felt like centuries. The Force itself screamed as both extremes clashed in unison against the thing they had birthed. They could not kill it. Such a thing could not die, for it was part of the Force itself, the shadow that existed because light did. So, they did the only thing they could. They sealed it. With the help of the witches in the galaxy, no, not those witches, the real witches, they sealed it. Deep in the unknown regions, beneath a world stripped of life, they buried the creature in a sarcophagus of obsidian, carved with runes that drew power from both sides of the Force. The seal was absolute. It was meant to starve him. And it did. For millennia, The creature lay awake in the dark, aware but powerless, surrounded by silence. The galaxy forgot him, the Force forgot him, and time itself forgot him. But then it happened. A scream across the galaxy, vast, brilliant, and endless. Thousands of Jedi cried out in pain and then were gone. The order that had ruled for 1,000 generations fell in a single day, and the creature, the one forgotten by history, fed. He drank deeply from the Force, inhaling the deaths of an entire order. The seals cracked, the runes flared and died, his withered body filled with stolen breath. The tomb shattered like glass, and from the dust,
That's
the creature
so cool.
rose once again. He was changed.
Well made, isn't it?
Tall, skeletal,
Yeah, I like
his
it.
flesh pale and torn by age, his eyes glowing gold with the reflection of all the lives that he had just consumed. He was the Hunger Reborn. And the galaxy, now shrouded in darkness, had given him a name once more, Snoke. He watched the rise of the Empire through the Force, felt the arrogance of Sidious and the rage of Vader. They were parasites gnawing at his carcass. Sith, Jedi, they were merely sides of the same disease. But their wars fed him. Every death, every act of fear, every tear shed beneath the boot of the Empire nourished him. When the Death Stars fell and the Empire collapsed, he feasted on that chaos as well. But even as he regained strength slowly, his body remained broken. There simply wasn't enough. The centuries had left him scarred and crippled. His power was vast but imperfect. His flesh could not contain it. He needed more than death. He needed purity. And then, through the veil of the Force, he felt it. A light so blinding that it burned through the dark. Luke Skywalker, the son of the Chosen One, the living embodiment of balance. If only the real Chosen One hadn't fallen to his demise, he would have been a worthy meal. The Force itself had created Anakin Skywalker to bring equilibrium, but in doing so, it had birthed a bloodline of impossible power. That power called to him like a pulse beneath his skin. If Snoke could consume it, he would not simply live forever. He would become the Force itself, unimaginably powerful. He reached out across the void and touched that light. It scorched him. Luke's essence burned through his consciousness like the surface of a star. He recoiled, screaming into the emptiness. Luke Skywalker was too strong. For now. Snoke withdrew, sinking into shadow, masking his presence from the Jedi. He would not make the mistake Sidious had made. Arrogance had doomed the Sith. Patience would resurrect the darkness. He hid, waiting, feeding quietly on the war-torn fragments of the galaxy, like some parasite. And then, through the silence, he felt something else, smaller, softer, a spark, faint but familiar. It was the same blood, the same song in the Force, but new, untrained and unaware of what it was. The child of Leia Organa, the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, Ben Solo. The Force sang through the boy like a symphony, so raw, so unrefined, so young. Snoke's hunger turned into something colder, a plan. He could not reach Luke, but he could reach through him. The boy would become the path. He hid his power even deeper, cloaking himself from every Jedi sense, every ripple Luke might feel. We must remember Palpatine's deception, how the Sith Lord himself had ruled from the shadows, smiling while the Jedi blinded themselves to his presence. Snoke would do the same here, but much more perfectly. He would not corrupt the Republic, he would corrupt the bloodline. When Ben Solo slept, Snoke was there, a whisper beneath the boy's dreams. Not a voice of darkness, not yet, but one of understanding.
They do not understand you. You are more powerful than they know. But I see you, Ben. I have always seen you.
Ben stirred, caught between sleep and waking. The words comforted him. They felt like truth. As the years passed, Snoke watched from the shadows while Luke trained the boy, shaping him into everything a Jedi should be. Disciplined, compassionate, powerful. It was perfect. Luke was feeding the vessel for him. Ben Solo would grow strong under Luke's tutelage, and when he was ready, when Luke trusted him completely, the boy would bring his master to Snoke, not as an enemy, but as a gift. Snoke would drain Luke first, the son of the Chosen One, the purest energy the galaxy had ever known. And when Luke's light was gone, when the balance of the Force finally broke for good, Snoke would turn to the boy, the apprentice, the heir, the final meal. And when the Skywalker bloodline was finally extinguished with the last few drops, the Force would have no anchor left, only him. And Snoke smiled. He had waited an eternity once. He could wait a little longer. Thanks so much for watching part 1.
That's pretty cool.
If you guys want me to continue on part 2, where we enter more into The Last Jedi and kind of
really
have
cool,
this unfold and see where it goes,
Cool design for
please do let
the
me know in the
character.
comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and you want to see a part 2. And
Also, it sounds like they figured out the audio issue.
I think so. Was the audio was way better there?
It was perfect.
I think when it's just stuff that's like not music, when it's just talking and like a slight bit of music, I think it's a lot better. Like if I was to play something,
Gotcha.
with like a trailer with a load of music and explosions and all that sort of stuff in it, I think it can take the higher frequencies. Maybe I think that's what it is.
Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. We can test it out another time. What did you think of that?
Oh, it's fantastic. I really enjoyed that. Like I think it's
Dude's
a much
man. He's a
it's
legend.
a much cooler. Absolutely, it's a much cooler concept than just like, oh, this happens and this happens and this happens. Like it's much more concrete. It's definitely like more intriguing because it's an influence. It's not just because.
And it's a proper story that goes back 1,000 years longer. It's it's the entire universe. It's the entire Force. It's the history of the Jedi, the Sith. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh well, this guy is actually just a clone of Palpatine gone wrong.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
doesn't-
like, oh, that's all it was, and then they kill him off so quickly. There's no real story. You don't really know who he is.
Yeah, it doesn't just feel penciled in.
Oh, bro, like it was so disappointing what they did. And even just, him talking about Luke and stuff like that. And I presume he's going to go way deeper into Luke's story, and Luke won't just be a hermit living on an island, or if he is, they'll explain why. It's not just kind of, oh yeah, he's disappeared for 30 years. Why? It's like, well, we don't know. And then we have to try and piece it together ourselves. Like it's insane, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, the guy gets a lot of hate in the Star Wars community, which is like it makes no sense to me. Like he's a diehard fan, like a lot of us are, and like you can see the passion, like, you know what I mean. Like he's sitting there doing voice acting, pretending to be Snoke and stuff, and like sitting there writing scripts and everything. Like he's a very, very clever guy, and the passion is just oozes out of everything he does. He's got his own lightsaber company now, and he's going to all the cons and all this shit, and he talked about it at the start of the video, he's doing like a fan film. He's making his own like series about Vader directly after episode 3, and he just calls it Vader. Like episode 1 he did a few years ago, so it's like Vader episode 1 he calls it, and it was like a live action thing where he hired actors and stuff. Episode 2 he's completely funding it himself. The thing's cost him over $1 million, and like literally it's incredible. Like the thing is, it looks like real life, but it's CG basically. But like the shots that they have of like the stormtroopers and stuff like that, like it looks like real life. It's so well done.
Nice.
And I genuinely believe that he has the opportunity to make some Star Wars content himself with his own money, hiring all his own like CG artists and everything, and it could potentially be better than what Disney's put out in the last couple of years. And like, you can tell he can do it because you've just listened to 8 minutes of him talking about the sequel trilogy, and it already makes more sense than what we saw, and it is already 50 times more compelling than what we saw already.
Yep, I agree.
It's insane. So yeah, like massive.
That's really cool.
When episode 2 comes out, we can watch it as well. And for anyone who might be listening to us or whatever, I hope you enjoyed it. Like he goes, like the production value on it's crazy. Like, like even just watching all the slideshows and the AI imagery that they're making up, and you know what I mean, and even just like the acting and the sound effects and everything like that. It's like you're listening to an audiobook. Like the passion is just crazy. Yeah, it's so good. Hey guys, this is Finto. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and like, and let us know in the comments what you think below. See you in the next one. Bye bye.